Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Friday, August 7, 2026. Oh, fudge. I think it's 72 degrees at 9:33 a.m. and I'm your host, Bob Kamal, and I'm a sinner. And I'm powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God, and the only thing we have to do is die. So how are we going to live today? And I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. To the 8 billion of you who do not tune in on a regular basis, and to, the few of you that do, believe it or not, I'm tired. Oh boy, it's a hot, sticky one this morning. We've been up out of bed since around 7. Went outside for coffee and wake up time. Everybody went out. The girls all kind of disappeared, but they came back. And when I tapped on the plate with the spoon to give them the dinner bell sound, they all came in. Else was already in, as was Maxie. Oh boy. Said some prayers, haven't done any readings, finished a kettlebell workout, washed some dishes, emptied noogie boxes. Oh, had one partial carafe of coffee and I'm finishing a second one. It should be enough to keep me awake till noonish anyway. Anyhow, where do we begin? I've already talked to my niece. I got a call from her at like 20 after 8, and when I picked up the phone, nobody was there. And by the time I finally got back a hold of her, it was a butt dial. She accidentally called me and didn't know it. I was on the verge of jumping in the truck and going out and see if something was wrong or if she needed a ride to work or what. But she's all right. Everything's okay. Her mom's giving her ride to work this morning, and I'll probably be giving her a ride home from work this afternoon. So, anyway. Oh, what was yesterday's thumbnail? Yesterday's thumbnail was Blackie. And I realized I used that picture 3 times. But it's a good shot of him, and he was a handsome fellow. He was a good boy. And as I've said before, and I'll say again, and I'll keep saying, he had a quiet, noble dignity about him. He never complained. And he was just a good boy. And Elsie loved him. He loved Elsie when she was a tiny little kitty. She'd snuggle up with him and Uncle Max, or Uncle Rascal and Uncle Stu. They all took good care of their little niece Elsie. Yeah, some good memories there. 10 of us sleeping on the floor on the futon mattress, all wrapped up and cuddled up together. Blackie used to like to sleep in the corner upstairs in the bedroom too. Him and Raz both. I had a sleeping bag set up there for them, and I'd often fall asleep on the floor right there, and then Else would join us as well. But anyway, yeah, Blackie was a good boy. We lost him, and we officially adopted him on December 7th, 2005, and we lost him in, I think it was September 13, 2013. He had kidney disease. And I didn't notice it because for a lot of years, Rascal was the priority. Uncle Raz up there, he had a boatload of issues, and kidney disease was one of them. He had asthma, arthritis, congestive heart. When we lost Raz, he was down to nothing but fur and bones, literally. But he was game, and he even went outside up to the day he died. One of the last photos or memories I have of him is he was outside laying down in the corner out there by the foundation. That was where he liked to go and lay down in the sunshine in the morning. We lost Raz on Sweetest Day in 2011. That was an appropriate day. But anyway, Yesterday's thumbnail was Blackie. And with that, we're going to take a little break. Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good morning either. Oh boy. So I'm sitting in a different spot this morning. Usually I'm over in the corner, but when I gave the loves their morning treat, I put it down over there and they were over there eating, so I ended up over here. Let's go see the loves. So anyway, after coffee and wake up time yesterday, look at Pudge. Gracie! Gracie! She was in her rocking chair. Now she's up there. There's Ruthie. Ruthie! Ruthie! And there's Coke. There's Coke up there. Look at the little toes. I just love little cat toes, little paws. Look at her. Oh, how could you not love her? Oh, hers all tuckered out. And there's the princess. Look at her. How could you not love that little face? You doing good, princess? You doing good, baby? You gotta eat. I'm gonna do all I can to keep you going and make sure you're not in pain and have quality in your life, but you gotta help. You gotta help me. I've been getting her this canned food and I puree it and it's easier for her to eat. And then she gets hydrated better. I've been doing that for a while, but now I'm putting, I got some Duralactin for her yesterday for her arthritis. It's comes in a capsule. And then some, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's called a Pacitan. And it helps with cats that have kidney issues. I don't know if it blocks the phosphorus. I'm not really sure exactly what it does, but we've used it before. In fact, that what we have left is something that's been in the refrigerator since Samuel was diagnosed, and unfortunately it was too late to do anything for him. He hid it from me too well. What a brave little soul he was. And anyway, that's Elsie's brother, Poppy. I loved him. He was a sweet soul. But anyway, Maxie's stirring over there. Ooh, Mackie. Oh, Maxie. So we also got her Science Diet KD kidney food, and she ate almost a half cup of that yesterday, maybe 3/8, not quite 3/8 of a cup, as well as some canned food. So all we can do is what we can do, but I hope she's going to be around for a lot longer. And I spend as much time with her as I can because it's just been within the last year or so. She's always had to initiate any kind of contact. I've only picked her up 30, maybe 35 times in 18 years. She does not like to be picked up, and she lets you know it. So basically, the only time I ever have picked her up is when it's time to put her in a carrier to take her to the vet. And that used to be quite a process. I had to basically, but there's not a lot of doors in this home. It's all open, so I would have to lure her out here first thing in the morning. You know, I'd let them out and then close that sliding door and lure her in here with canned food and then catch her and put her in the box to take her to the vet. We'd always get morning appointments, but because I couldn't catch her, she was just too quick for me. And even now sometimes I cannot catch her. But she's slowed down, and now we can get appointments whenever during the course of the day. Anyway, pray for my love. Pray that she eats her kidney diet and doesn't suffer, you know. And I do. I when it's time to do the right thing, I do it, and I have done it. But I will spend every dime and give every bit of TLC I can to make sure they're going, as long as they got quality in their life, and as long as they're eating and drinking and using the box and wanting to go outside and grooming. I mean, if they're just laying around starving to death, no. But no, she still has lots of sign of life, so I'll do whatever I can to keep her alive and pain-free. And that Duralactin and that Pacatin, I can puree it into that canned food and know she's getting it. Because in the past, trying to force a capsule down cats' throats isn't fun. Some of them it's not so bad, but some of them it's not easy. And the same with that Pacatin. I used to make little. I'd put some of that Pacatin in some. It's a paste that comes in a tube or whatever. Maybe paste isn't the right word, but I'd squeeze some of that out, and it's a nutritional supplement. And I'd mix it in and then freeze it in little balls, and that way I could just pop it in their mouths, and they'd be getting vitamins and their Pacatin or whatever other medication I'd try to give them. So anyway, we're taking a little break. And after a shave and brushing my teeth and putting my partials in, we are back for our closing segment. And now that I'm ready to roll, look out world. Sun's coming out, breeze picking up, humidity's going down. All good things. I can't remember if I talked about this or not because my brain is soft and getting softer, but yesterday after coffee and wake up time, I did hop on my Sete and pedaled out the rail trail to Indian Reserve Road. It probably had about a 12-mile ride. I hit Aldi on the way home and picked up a few things and did 100 push-ups for exercise yesterday as well, and I think I did a farmer carry. I got 2 buckets out there with 50 pounds each in them, and I picked them up and walked back to the alley and back as part of my training for old age routine, or older age. I can't remember what movie we watched. We had a nice afternoon hanging out with Elsie upstairs. Did go to the vets in the afternoon too to go get that cat food for Else and that Duralactin. And other than that, we pretty much hung out here. Had a nice burger for lunch. I think I'm going to make some tuna salad today, and I'm either going to go have walleye dinner where my niece works, or maybe see if she wants to go out to supper after she's done work, and she gets out between 5 and 6, and I'm going to pick her up and give her a lift, so maybe we'll go out to eat. I don't know. I think I'm going to make tuna salad too, but I do need to go get a stick blender. That reminds me, visuals are better. I've repaired this things many times over the years, but this plastic part where it hooks onto there and locks in to hold it on there, it keeps breaking, and I just glued it with Gorilla Glue again a couple weeks ago, and it's already gone to shit, so it's time to buy a new one. We've had that for years. In reality, that piece should be metal, but like so many other things in the world, hey, plastic's cheaper in more ways than one. And I'm not meaning less expensive, I mean cheap. One other thing I wanted to mention before we close. I haven't been talking a lot about politics and things, but I did see this short video about a teacher in Florida who was fired because she gave zeros to students who did not turn in assignments. And the administrators told her she needs to give them 50%. This country's fucking cooked. It has been for a long time. And another little thing I saw, there's been a lot of backlash for Coke about that. Some years back, they had training for their employees to not act so white. And this one the other day, you could have your own cans made up on a website on Coca-Cola, I guess. And it was okay to put Satan is king and Allah is king, but if you use the word Jesus, it wouldn't let you do it. And because of the backlash, I guess you are able to do that now. But this country's cooked. And I'm going to say it again, I've said it before, and a big part of the downfall is liberal white women, is the whole fall of Western civilization, not just this country. And I just don't get it. And why kids have been being dumbed down for years. all these literal terrorists that are coming to this country. If this country's such a shithole, why are all these people trying to get here? And there are segments of this so-called immigrants, and I'll call them what they are, illegal aliens that came in during the Biden years, that are literally here to destroy this country from within and have been for years. And anyway, there's a part of me that just sometimes wish the shooting would start and we could settle this bullshit. But anyway, that's all we got. From the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, and grateful soul. Piss off, happy Friday, and thanks for not tuning in.